I missed you guys. Um, I normally do these predictions on what do you call it, on Wednesday, but I was like, I haven't spoken to you guys since last week Monday. Let me do this a little bit earlier. There were other live streams that I wanted to do, but I was like, let me just leave. Let me just wait up until I have to do predictions. If I'm not feeling passionately about a specific topic, I prefer not to touch it to even begin with. Um, so yeah, hopefully you guys have been great. I've added a couple of things to the channel. If you've been paying attention to the channel, I've added boxing. I'm going to add major boxing events. Not necessarily not every single what do you call it, boxing match basically, but whenever I feel like there's a major boxing event, I'm going to be adding it to the channel. I've changed up a couple of things, so I'm really excited about that. It seems like you guys have been loving all of that. Anyway, let me actually get to the predictions. The first fight of the night will be Ziggy Mantas Ramaska versus Nathan Fletcher. My subscribers feel like Ziggy Mantas has the IQ advantage here, but my subscribers and I went with Nathan Fletcher. Um, as far as um, the risk level, I think I've explained in detail how I feel about regional fighters. I feel like this fight could go either way. I only chose Nathan Fletcher largely based on his performance on the Ultimate Fighter. But as we've seen, for example, with Myron Santos, if you look at Myron Santos's performance in the semifinals on the Ultimate Fighter, you would have thought that he would have lost against like a good wrestler, which he faced and he still won because Myron Santos actually improved after the Ultimate Fighter. So I've realized that it's watching the Ultimate Fighter is not necessarily seeing how a specific person fights up until they go back to their team and actually comes back on the show, or rather in the finale. That's when you know if that person is skilled, because some of the fighters are just good, um, are simply good in that particular competition with specific coaches, and then when they go back to their own teams, like they go back to being not so great. So it's really difficult to actually predict this one. Even though I went with Nathan Fletcher, and even though my subscribers went with Nathan Fletcher, um, this is going to be a very tricky fight. So yeah, I'm not very confident about it. But as far as determination, it seems like Zigimantas Ramaska seems like the more determined fighter. I didn't used to care too much about those things, but when you look at people like Dricus Duplessis, Bilal Mohammed, and Jason C, how are you, man? How are you? Um, Aurelia, what's that? Anyway, so I feel like there are certain fighters who thrive because of their self belief, and I feel like Zigimantas might be one of those. But as far as skill, I feel like Nathan Fletcher is the better fighter. Hello again, brother. How are you, lady? What's up, man? I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, I'm going with Nathan Fletcher. Not very confident. Anyway, on to the next one. Andre Petrosky versus Dylan Butka. My subscribers and I went with Andre Petrosky. My subscribers gave the IQ advantage to Andre Petrosky. My subscribers feel like this fight is going to be a decision. There's not going to be a finish here. As far as why I picked Andre Petrosky, let me see. This is going to be a very close fight, in my opinion. It's not like Andre Petrosky is the most reliable fighter. He gets hit a lot. He guesses out a lot. Bilal is now champion. How crazy! I mean, I saw it coming, but I couldn't ignore what I felt like was going to happen. But I saw it coming. I called it actually in my predictions. Anyway, Andre Arlovsky is a very unreliable person to actually pick. But out of the two of them, I think he's slightly better. Um, he throws. I think he's a little bit better defensively. He throws a little bit more volume. Um, as far as on the ground, I feel like is going to be the better fighter. He has more accurate takedowns. He shoots a little bit more. He shoots more takedowns. Of the two of them, he shoots more takedowns. He attempts more submissions. Um, what else? I think he has a little bit more power between the both of them. So he has some advantages, but I wouldn't be very confident in him actually winning this fight. I'm picking him because of the two of them. I feel like he has um, the comment section. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going Andre Petrosky. Not very confident. My subscribers also went with Andre Petrosky. My subscribers say this is going to be a decision. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. On to the next one, Jacqueline Amorim versus Vanessa Demopoulos. I went with Jacqueline Amorim. My subscribers went with Vanessa Demopoulos. My subscribers gave Vanessa the IQ advantage, and they feel like this fight is going to be a decision. My subscribers are normally incredible at predictions, right? Thoughts on Valentina versus Alexa too. Um, I'm going to do the predictions next week, but let me give you a brief idea. I think Alexa Grasso managed to finish Shevchenko the first fight. The second fight was significantly close. Age will eventually catch up to Valentina Shevchenko, and I feel like Grasso is going to continue to improve. This is not my official prediction. I have to do my analysis, but based on that information, if you look at the progression of their fights, even though I feel like Shevchenko was robbed, that fight was significantly close, and because of that, I'm going to lean more towards someone who's probably going to be able to improve, which is going to be Grasso. But I still have to do my analysis. I don't know why my subscribers went with Vanessa Demopoulos, man. I feel like um, I'll respond to your comment once I'm done. There's some weird shit happening in the comment section. Wow. Anyway, so I don't know why my subscribers went with Vanessa. I mean, I was questioning them when they picked against the Stuart Nicole, and I guess Jesus Aguilar actually won that fight. So I respect my subscribers' pick, but this one, man, it seems like Vanessa does not have any advantage, man. In terms of striking, I feel like Jacqueline is more accurate. She's better defensively. The only advantage that I feel like Vanessa has on the feet is the fact that she throws a lot, but it won't really matter because Jacqueline has the reach advantage, and I think she's a little bit smart, in my opinion. So she's going to be able to move out of anything that's potentially dangerous. So I don't understand why my subscribers picked um, Vanessa on this one. I don't see a path to victory. But I said that okay. I didn't say that I knew it was going to be risky. The Stuart Nicole fight, I knew it was going to be risky. But yeah, let me not question it up until we get the results. But I'm pretty confident that Jacqueline Amorim is going to win this fight. Um, anyway, on to the next one, Yiza versus Gabriel Santos. My subscribers and I went with Gabriel Santos. My subscribers gave the IQ advantage to Gabriel Santos. My subscribers also feel like this fight is either going to end in the first round or it's going to be a decision. In terms of what I think it's going to be a very close fight. On the feet, I feel like they will be very equally matched offensively. Gabriel Santos will be the more effective fighter, or rather, he will land a little bit more accurately. Defensively, I feel like Yiza is a little bit better. He's able to avoid getting hit. Um, Sven, how are you, man? Haven't seen you in a very long time. I never see you in the comment section of like my other videos, like the shorts and everything. Or maybe um, you prefer live videos. Anyway, it's cool. Welcome. So yeah, I feel like on the feed, Gabriel is going to be better offensively. Yiza is going to be better defensively. And then on the ground, it's tricky. It's tricky. But I went with Gabriel Santos. I could see Gabriel Santos losing this fight. In all honesty, but I'm not changing my pick. I'm still sticking with Gabriel Santos. But yeah, this is one of the fights, along with the Ultimate Fighter fight. This is one of the fights that I feel like I could get wrong potentially on this particular card, because this fight is very close. Um, anyway, so yeah, my subscribers and I went with Gabriel Santos. We'll see how it all plays out. On to the next one. You know, it's incredible. When I released my predictions last week, Saturday was it? Not last week, last week, about 2 weeks ago. What do you call him? Who's an insane favorite here? Isaac Dulgarian. I should actually. I'm gonna make you. Dude, who's this guy? Like in the comment section, dude. I'm not gay, dude. Like the things that you are busy saying, they are really wild. Anyway, Isaac Dulgarian, man, like he's a heavy favorite. This guy, I should actually keep track of what my picks are before anyone else, or rather before they become massive favorite. Because I'm not sure, but I think Isaac Dulgarian is now a minus 3,000 favorite, which is incredible because when I was doing my analysis, he wasn't that much of a favorite. And I actually picked him and like comfortably so. Anyway, I'll get to that when I do my upsets predictions on Friday. Actually, Friday I'm going to be doing a couple of interviews with champions and contenders from the EFC. So probably my upsets predictions will be happening on Saturday. Anyway, let me continue. Felipe Santos versus Andre Lima. My subscribers and I went with Andre Lima. My subscribers gave Andre Lima the IQ advantage. They also feel like this fight is going to be ending in a decision. Um, anyway, so why are you deleting? Why are you deleting your comments, dude? Anyway, who do I think is going to win? I was a bit skeptical about this one, but Andre Lima is going to definitely win this fight. This is one of the few fights that I feel pretty, not very confident, but pretty confident about. I feel like Andre Lima is going. He's the better fighter. I know he's been criticized a lot about his inability to finish. I forgot his name, but I think he's a very talented fighter. So yeah, I think Andre Lima should actually win this one. I wouldn't be shocked if it ends with a finish, but I mean Felipe Santos is not very easy to finish. So yeah, I think Andre Lima has the advantage everywhere. Even if the fight stays standing, I feel like Andre Lima can win this fight. He has the option of taking the fight to the ground. So, in all honesty, I don't see a path to victory for Felipe Santos, but it's MMA. Anything can happen, but I doubt here. Um, anyway, On to the next one. Isaac Dulgarian versus Brandon Morote. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name properly. My subscribers and I went with Isaac Dulgarian, obviously. My subscribers gave the IQ advantage to Brandon Morote, and my subscribers feel like this fight is going to end in the first round. How do I think this fight plays out? On the feed, it could get a little bit tricky because Brandon has the reach advantage. I think he's going to be the one who's throwing a little bit more. He's going to be a little bit more accurate. Isaac Dulgarian, the advantage he might have is defense. Like he's good defensively. It's not easy to hit him. His only path, or his easiest path to victory is wrestling, which I think he's going to be doing. I don't know if he should be a minus 3,000 favorite, but yeah, I think he's going to win. Um, my confidence level is not as high as Andre Lima, but nonetheless, I'm confident that he's going to win this fight. So yeah, on to the next one. Ryan Span versus Ovin Saint Prue. My subscribers and I went with Ryan Span. My subscribers gave the IQ advantage to Ovin St. Preux. My subscribers feel like this fight is going to end in the first round, just like the fight with Isaac Dulgarian. Um, I picked Ryan Span. If if Ovin St. Preux was not 41 years old, I probably would have picked him. But he's old, man. Like it's really challenging to actually make an argument for him actually winning this fight. As old as he is, no one is undefeated against Father Time, and like irrespective of how talented you are, Anderson Silva is one of the greatest fighters of all time, and even he cannot defeat Father Time. So and on top of that, I feel like Ryan Span has the power. He might grapple. Um, Ryan Span is such. It's hard to believe in Ryan Span, and even picking him, um, I'm not confident. Like this one is tricky because, in all honesty, I feel like Owen St. Preux is the better fighter here. But he's so old, man. Like he's so old, and I feel like Ryan Span will be able to find a way to finish the fight. And I guess that's why my subscribers said this fight is going to end in the first round. So I don't know, man. It's going to be a tricky fight, that's for sure. Um, I, my subscribers and I went with Ryan Span. I'm not very confident, guys. Um, but Ovens is 41. So on to the next one. Rongzu versus Chris Padilla. My subscribers went with Rongzu. I went with Chris Padilla. My subscribers gave the IQ advantage to Rongzu. My subscribers say this fight will end in the second round or via decision. Um, I'm pretty confident that Chris Padilla is going to win this one. Not very confident, a bit confident, not very confident, a little bit confident. Because I feel like on the feed, the fight might be evenly matched. Rongzu will be better offensively, meaning he's going to throw more. He's going to be a little bit more accurate in terms of strikes, but Chris Padilla is going to be better defensively. So I think they are going to neutralize each other, which will open up an opportunity for Padilla to take the fight to the ground. Especially because Padilla has the reach advantage. So whenever a fight happens like this, I look at the reach, which I feel like is going to play a significant role, especially for someone like Padilla, who I think is a little bit, not very, a little bit well rounded. So I think Chris Padilla is going to win this one. My subscribers went against me and said Rongzu is going to win this one. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Um, but yeah, I'm a bit confident. I gave I don't want to add too much information on my predictions. So risky and safe fights, I'm going to add them to my upsets predictions on Saturday. Here I'm going to just include what I've been including so far. But this is one of the few fights I don't put money on fights, but if ever I was putting money on fights, this is one of the very few fights that I would be like, it's worth the risk, you know. So yeah, this one Isaac Dulgarian and maybe Andre Lima, maybe Gabriel. I mean Sean Brady, but let me get to that fight. Anyway, um, on to the next one: Trevor Peak versus Yanal Ashmuz. My subscribers and I went with Trevor Peak. Um, my subscribers gave Yanal Ashmuz the IQ advantage. My subscribers feel like this fight is going to be a decision. In all honesty, I think Trevor Peak is going to finish this fight. I think Trevor Peak is going to finish Yanal Ashmuz. I saw people in the comment section saying Yanal Ashmuz is going to win this one. I'm confused. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing. But based on what I'm seeing, I'm confident about Trevor Peak winning this fight more than I am about Chris Padilla, more than I am about Isaac Dulgarian. Okay, Isaac Dulgarian will probably win more than I am about Andre Lima because Felipe Santos is a very difficult fighter to finish and he's very decent. I don't want to say good. So Trevor Peak is one of my most confident picks. I think Trevor Peak is better everywhere. It doesn't matter if he chooses to strike with this guy or if he chooses to take the fight to the ground. I feel like Trevor Peak is going to win this fight. I'm more confident than I am about Isaac Dulgarian. So definitely Trevor Peak is going to win. Um, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a decision based on if it's a decision. If it's a decision, it's going to be a dominant decision. Anyway, on to the next one. Match now versus Alessandro Costa. My subscribers and I went with Alessandro Costa. My subscribers gave the IQ advantage to Alessandro Costa. My subscribers say this fight is going to end in the third round or via decision. What do I think? I think this fight is a coin flip. Um, I think on the feed, Alessandro Costa will definitely have the advantage. I think he's going to have the power. I think he's going to throw a little bit more volume. I think he is going to be a little bit more accurate. On the ground, I give the advantage to Match now. Um, I think his takedowns are a little bit better. I think he shoots a little bit more often and attempts a lot more submissions. So I don't know. It's a coin flip for me. Um, yeah, for me this one is a coin flip. It's I know a lot of people are shitting on Match now, but um, this could surprise a lot of people. But yeah, my subscribers and I are going with Alessandro Costa. On to the next one: Steve Garcia versus Kyle Nelson. My subscribers and I went with Steve Garcia. My subscribers gave the IQ advantage to Steve Garcia. My subscribers say this fight is going to end in the first round or via decision. Um, let me see. After Trevor Peak, Steve Garcia is one of my most confident picks on this card. I feel like he's definitely going to win this one, even though I respect Kyle Nelson's skills. Um, And because I respect Nelson's skills, I am leaning more towards this ending in a decision as opposed to a finish, because I feel like Carl Nelson is a very good fighter, but I wouldn't be shocked if this actually goes, or if this ends in the first round, or if Steve Garcia somehow gets a finish. Um, but yeah, this could be very interesting if it gets to the second or third round. But I still feel like Steve Garcia is going to win this one. Um, yeah. On to the next one. Jessica Andrade versus Natalia Silva. My subscribers went with Natalia Silva. I went with Jessica Andrade. My subscribers gave Natalia Silva the IQ advantage. They say this fight is going to end in a decision. This one is a little bit tricky. Like, the UFC has been making fights like these for weeks now. I saw people saying Natalia Silva is going to definitely win this one. I'm crazy for picking Jessica Andrade. And I was like, guys, you've been saying that for weeks. You said I was crazy for picking Mackenzie Dern against, who was she fighting? That was this chick. I forgot her name. Um, People were like, "You're crazy. She's not gonna win." And I picked Mackenzie Dern, and she won. And I told people that that fight is 100% risky, but I leaned more towards Mackenzie Dern because I felt like she had the experience advantage in that particular fight. And in a close fight, I always lean towards experience. And then in the fight between Angela Hill versus the Tabata Ricci, in that fight, Angela Hill had the advantage in terms of experience, but I didn't lean towards her because I felt like she was too old. Her experience wouldn't really matter, and that's why I picked Tabata Ricci. And I was right in that particular fight. And I'm not sitting here acting cocky or confident because I got these close women's fights right. Women's fights are very unpredictable. Um, they can be so close that anyone can actually be right about them. But there are certain elements for me personally that I look at, and I feel like Jessica Andrade will have the slight, not big, slight advantage that will probably win her the fight. I think people forget it's like Max Holloway, right? Max Holloway has been in the UFC for so long that people think this guy is like 35 years old, and he's not even 35 years old. Like, he's still very young. The same with Jessica Andrade. Like, people think because like she's been a champion, even though I still maintain that it was a fluke. Um, Even though I maintain that it was a fluke, I still feel like she will be the better fighter here. Um, Not the better fighter. Let me rephrase that. I think she will have a advantage in terms of experience. So this fight could go either way. I could be wrong, but Jessica Andrade, I actually forgot the point I was making. People think because Jessica Andrade has been a champion, she's been in the top five of two divisions, and she's working her way up again in the division she was champion in. For some reason, people feel like she's old, and she's not old. Like, she's still pretty. I think she's like 32, 33, which is still good as a fighter, because I feel like a fighter, like, you start to decline once you hit 35. That's when the decline starts. So Jessica Andrade still has the ability to actually win, and even though I don't think she's very skilled, she could still have the ability to become a champion. I don't think she will, but yeah, I think she's the better fighter in this particular. Not the better fighter, she has a slight advantage, which is experience, because this fight is going to be very close. The only reason I didn't pick Angela Hill in the previous fight was because she was old. If she wasn't old, I would have picked her. In this situation, Jessica Andrade is not old. That's why I leaned towards experience. Um, so yeah, I picked Jessica Andrade. My subscribers went with Natalia Silva. Guess we'll see, but it's going to be a close fight. I wouldn't be surprised if I get this one wrong. On to the next one, Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady. My subscribers and I went with Sean Brady. Um, My subscribers gave Gilbert Burns the IQ advantage. My subscribers say this fight is going to end in a decision. Yeah, I don't see a path to victory for Gilbert Burns. Unfortunately, I love the guy. I think he's a solid dude, but I think Sean Brady is going to dominate this fight wherever it goes. I think this fight is going to look like Aman Sarukian versus Charles Oliveira, right? A lot of people were like, Charles Oliveira is a BJJ um, champion and all these type of things. Like, or rather, he's one of he has the most submissions in the UFC, and yeah, all of that. And Aman Sarukian was able to deal with that on the ground, and I felt like it's going to be more or less the same situation, especially if Gilbert Burns could not get Jack Della Maddalena in trouble with his grappling skills. I don't see him getting Sean Brady in trouble on the ground. On the feet, Sean Brady is a very good, in my opinion. I think he's better. He's a better striker than Gilbert Burns. So I honestly don't see a path to victory here. Sean Brady is more accurate. He throws a little bit more volume. Um, I honestly don't see a path to victory for Gilbert Burns, unfortunately. So, out of this whole entire card, the picks I'm most confident about, I'd say, are number one, Trevor Peak, number two, Steve Garcia, and number three, Sean Brady. I'll see you guys Friday when I do my interviews. Two or three with the upcoming, or rather the EFC main event and co-main event, right? They're fighting for the bantamweight championship. Um, so yeah, let me reply to your comments so that I can bounce. Some of the comments have been deleted. I don't know why. Hello again, brother. Yeah, how are you, man? What's up? WSP, man. I don't know what that means. School me on that in the comments. So many emojis. Bilal is now champion. How crazy. Bilal is still good. Hey, girl. You know I'm a dude, man. What are you talking about? Thoughts on Valentina? I think I already answered that. Jason C. What's Gucci? Sven. I don't know if you're still on the stream. It's awesome to see you, man. Grasso versus Valentina is actually um, number three. Yeah, that's what I was basically saying when I broke it down. Savarag Rokade. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name properly. You deleted a lot of messages. I wonder what you were saying. I'm French fighter named and I don't know how to pronounce your name. I don't know if An Anfwar. If you're a French fighter, man, I'm always. That's why I'm actually even doing interviews with EFC fighters. I mean, it's a bigger promotion in South Africa, and the fact that they now have a relationship with the UFC because they produce people like Dricus Duplessis. Um, I wouldn't compare them to like other smaller promotions. I'd compare the EFC to LFA, but nonetheless, I'm always in the business of promoting upcoming fighters. So if maybe you want me to interview you or something like that, holla at me and in the comment section. Maybe we can work something out. You look like the dude from the Breakfast Club. No, dude, don't compare me to Charlemagne. Um, anyway, I love and appreciate all of you. I'll see you guys Friday when I do the interviews and Saturday when I do my absence predictions. Until then, there's so much content on the channel. Go through the video section, the community section, the shorts section, and you'll probably find what you like. Or even the live section. I've done a lot of live videos. Until then, let me love and leave you. Deuces.